Hello, soulmates. You are welcome again to my channel Taylormade, and today I would like to show you how to make how to cut a half circle skirt. Now, there are some measurements that you will need in order to make this skirt. So I'm going to take you step by step in how you could calculate these measurements and how to fold your fabric and to cut the skirt on your fabric. So let's get started. So for a half circle skirt, as it says, it is half of a circle. So to find the radius of your circle, you're going to need your waist and the length of your skirt. So my waist is 34 and the length of my skirt, I want it to be 26 inches. I'm going to put a band on this skirt, so I have to take in consideration the height of the band that I need. So for my band, I'm going to need a 1.5 inch band on my skirt. So the calculations, to get your calculations, you're going to take your waist measurement, mine is 34 inches, and I'm going to add 1 inch seam allowance to it because this half circle skirt will not have a side seam but only a seam at the back for my zipper. So I have to take in consideration that zipper allowance, which is 1 inch. So that is 34 plus the 1 inch seam allowance, that is 35 inches. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this 35 inches and I'm going to divide it by 3.142, right? When I divide that by 3.142, I'm going to get 11.13, which is the radius of my circle skirt, because that's what we want to achieve, the radius of this circle skirt. So I rounded that off and I got 11 inches. So let me go over that just a little bit for you to understand. You're taking your waist, you're adding your seam allowances, the seam allowance that you need, which is 1 inch in my case, and you're dividing that number that you get by 3.142. So for a full circle skirt, it would be 6.28 when you're finding the radius. But because this is a half circle skirt, you have to divide that by 2 and you get 3.142. And this is the number that I get. Now that you get this your radius, you have to add this radius here. So this is the radius. You're going to add this to the length of the dress that you want. In my case, it's the 26. That's right here. So 26 plus 11 will give me 37 inches. Okay? So I'm going to cut my fold on 37 inches. But because I want a 1.5 inch band, I will have to subtract that 1.5 inch from my 37 inches to get the amount of fabric that I will need in order to achieve this skirt. In this case, it's 35.5 inches, which I'm going to round off to 36 inches because I need a 1/2 inch at the bottom to hem it. And I also need 1/2 inch at the top to sew the band to it. So it's going to be 37 inches. So this is the amount of fabric that I will have to fold. I'm going to fold 37 inches and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that right now. So this is my fabric here, and this is a Ankara fabric. I really love African fabric, guys. It's one of my favorite fabrics to work with. So this is the length of my fabric. It goes on forever depending on how much yards of fabric you have, and this is the width. And usually African fabric comes in 45 inches. In this case, this one is, let me check, this is 48 inches. Wonderful. So you have to ensure that on your fabric, the length is the amount that you have here. In my case, it's 37 inches. So when I ensure that that is there, I'm going to take my fabric, right? And I'm going to measure 37 inches, 37, which is right here. Then I'm going to fold that in two. So I'm folding that in two, like this. So here I have my fabric folded. You see, 1, 2, along 37 inches. After you fold your fabric, you're going to take this end, ensure that you have it correct. You're going to take this end, the length or the width of it, and you're going to fold it again this way, and make a triangle. Okay, so here you have, I made a triangle. So this here is the triangle that I have made. Okay, sure that the fabric is straight so that you won't get inaccurate measurements. Okay, so my fabric is on fold. So that's folded quite well. After you get your fabric on fold, so this is what you have. Fabric is folded this way till you have a triangle. Now you're going to find from the tip. So here I'm going to cut out 37 inches from the tip of my fabric. Here I'm going to measure 37 inches. So 37 inches is right here. I hope you can see this very well. Trying to make good with the space that I have. So you're gonna keep measuring 37 inches all the way from the tip of your triangle now, all the way around. 37, 37, 37, 37. So here at the bottom of this, I have this. So I'm going to connect all those 37 marks. Trying to make good with the space. I hope you can see this very well. So here I have 37 all the way around. I hope you can see this, and I connected it. Now I'm going to cut this off, and I'll show you how to get your waist. There you go. I'm going to put this aside and and you'll have this here. This is what you're going to have. So this is gonna be the length including the radius. So now we're going to take the radius off, and we said the radius is going to be 11 inches. So from the tip of your triangle, you're going to measure 11 inches. 11 So ensure that you have 11 inches all the way. See how I'm rotating it, and then I'm going to connect all those 11-inch points. But now that you have your radius, this is your radius, if you should cut this off, you're going to find that when you add your waistband to it, it's going to be too big. So what you're going to do, from that 11-inch point, you're going to go up half an inch for your seam allowance. There. And you're going to connect. So this will be your seam allowance to join the skirt together. So there you have it, guys. This is very easy to do. As long as you get your calculations right, your skirt will come out perfect. So this is how it looks like. This is the bottom of the skirt. Now I'm going to cut this off. And there you have it, guys. Well, look at that. This is your circle skirt, your half circle skirt. See how beautiful that is? Wow, this is going to be really beautiful. All I'm going to do now is that I'm going to, when I'm sewing, I'm going to show you how to sew it in another video. I'm going to take my 1-inch seam allowance that I left all the way down, add my zipper and my waistband. So to cut your waistband, so I said my waist is 34 inches. I'm going to use this part of it for the waistband because I just think that it's gonna be very beautiful this way. I said I wanted a waistband of 1.5 inches. So I'm going to fold this. Because I need half an inch at the bottom and half an inch at the bottom to sew it to my skirt, and then another half an inch to cover it so that it looks nice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure the length of it, right? So my 34 would be here. That's my actual, but because I want a lap on it, I have to add extra seam allowance to this. So I'm gonna add, just to be sure, I'm gonna add about 5 inches more. You can always cut it off, okay? You can always cut off what you don't want. It's better to have more than not have enough. So I'm measuring 39 inches. Okay. And to get the band height, remember it's a 1.5 inch band. So it means that if it's going to be unfold, you're gonna have 1.5 here, okay, plus 1.5 over here. That's 3 inches, plus half an inch to sew it to the skirt, plus half an inch to cover it. So that is another inch. So that is 3 plus 1. That is going to be 4. So the height of your band, you're going to cut 4 inches. Okay, so I'm starting from my edge and I'm measuring 4 inches. 4 inches all the way to my seam allowance here, 4 inches. Okay, you can have a high-waisted band on yours. You could have it a little bit higher than mine, but I'll just go for a 1.5 inch band. Okay, so I'm cutting that off. You should measure yours. I'm just eyeballing mine. Okay, so I have it. All right, so there you are. Okay, so here you have it, guys. This is your waistband. This is what you're going to put on your skirt. Okay, so what you're gonna, it's gonna be folded, and what you're going to do, you're going to fuse interfacing on it so that it has some stability, and then, or to give it some stability, and then you're going to attach it to your skirt, right? So this is your skirt, this is your waistband. You're going to attach it like this. Okay, so this, guys, I hope you find this video helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe if you want more videos like this, and hit that post notification bell so that you could get an update whenever I put a new video. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you when I am sewing this baby here. Take care. All the best.